How long it lasts remains to be seen. Yet at a sold-out London stadium last night, everyone at West Ham appeared to be on the same side. All they need to do now is to start winning games, and they could even avoid the relegation so many of the supporters are expecting. For David Moyes, a point with Leicester was a start. David Moyes picked up his first point in charge of West Ham with a draw against Leicester. He could probably do without a trip to his former club Everton on Wednesday, followed by games with Manchester City, Arsenal and Chelsea. But to avoid defeat to the former champions, something which looked likely after only the 8th minute, at least gives Moyes something to work on following his torrid introduction to life in the Premier League's East End soap opera. Moyes seemed surprised by the disconnect between the club's supporters, which was so obvious in his first match. West Ham's fans certainly did not help the team in the 20 loss at Watford, singing abuse aimed at Chief Karen Brady, while targeting the two co-owners and making fun of some of the team. Sunbets bet £10 get a free £30 bet. Leicester took the lead through a Mark Albrighton. There was also the small but incredibly stupid section of West Ham support who were yesterday begged by police to stop ringing 999 after Hammer's defeats. But at a ground many still do not call home, and some never will, the atmosphere yesterday was excellent. Art unsold West Ham and Crystal Palace battle for Bournemouth's Harry Arter. Even when they trailed, the fans got behind the team. Kekou Kouyaté levelled with a deflected header on the stroke of half-time, and in the second half, the atmosphere was as good as anything you will experience at a Premier League ground. If West Ham are to beat the drop, and they obviously have a chance, the positivity must continue. Andre Ayew goes down on the edge of the box after incident with Harry Maguire. Was it a dive? News Group Newspapers Limited. West Ham equalised through Kekou Kouyaté. News Group Newspapers Limited. Moyes was pleased to see the fans backing his side, and as we have already seen since West Ham left Upton Park, avoiding negativity at this ground is no easy thing. A point was probably the fair result, and Leicester, who have made a steady start under Claude Puel, will not be too unhappy. Yet Puel will have been expecting 3 points from the start, as West Ham continued where they left off in the defeat at Vicarage Road, as they looked complete shambles. It started from a Christian Fuchs throw and the ball fell to Wilfred Ndidi, who released Jamie Vardy down the left. Winston Reid, maybe still recovering from facing Richarlison of Watford 5 days earlier, looked absolutely terrified of the England striker. He backed off and Vardy was able to deliver a cross which would have been cleared by Angelo Ogbonna had he not got his feet in a tangle. Comically, he missed the ball entirely, and Albrighton got in front of Aaron Cresswell and stuck out a leg to steer the ball past a helpless Joe Hart. Albrighton pounced for Leicester just 8 minutes into the game. News Group Newspapers Limited. Kouyaté powered in his equaliser on the stroke of half-time. West Ham fans sing "You destroyed our Think Club" to the board during Watford loss, while everyone spoke about Vardy, Riyad Mahrez and N'Golo Kante in Leicester's title triumph 2 seasons ago. Albrighton was one of the unsung heroes, and remains a vitally important player at this club. Albrighton then shouted for a penalty after he was hit by a clumsy challenge from Arthur Masuaku, but referee Martin Atkinson was having none of it. For a period, Leicester looked like that team under Claudio Ranieri delivered the Premier League's greatest ever story. They were playing with confidence, ANDF breaking with speed. Damari Gray, feasting on all the space being allowed, released Vardy, who once again got the better of Winston Reid, but the much-criticised Marko Arnautovic, playing with a heavily bandaged thumb, showed some guts and won a challenge which was 6,040 against Kasper Schmeichel. Did well to push away a flick from Ogbonna following Manuel Lanzini's free kick. News Group Newspapers Limited. Andy Carroll had a good game in attack for the home side. Both teams are sure to be happy with the point each, and just when you thought Schmeichel was looking a banker for a clean sheet, with West Ham failing to take the chances, the Danish keeper found himself picking the ball out of the net. Kouyaté got his head to Lanzini's corner and the ball came off Danny Simpson's shoulder and into the net. It was hardly pretty, not that anyone inside the stadium cared, and Moyes applauded his team off at the break. That goal clearly gave the team some much-needed belief, and they were the better team for a large chunk of the second half. Masuaku shot through the legs of Wes Morgan but Schmeichel gathered. Andre Ayew seemed to dive to get a penalty with Harry Maguire unimpressed. For Moyes, it has not been the ideal start but it could have been a lot worse. The big question is whether he enjoys his return to Goodison Park in midweek. Interactive stats. Click on the categories to find out how the teams fared. Interactive lineups. Click on a player's number below to see the stats. Facts, stats, goals and lols. West Ham haven't won in the last 6 Premier League meetings with Leicester. Mark Albrighton has been involved in 5 goals in 6 Premier League starts against West Ham. No side has conceded more Premier League goals from corners this season than Leicester. 6 West Ham were definitely trying to make the most of Andy Carroll in attack, hitting 26 crosses compared to Leicester's 9. This was reinforced by the Foxes making 26 clearances compared with West Ham's. For what they said Andy Carroll, it was a tough game, we had to work hard, there was a lot of running about. We got a point, it's a good start for us. Gerhardt, the manager's asked for quality but first he wants us to perform and fight. We've got to say thanks to the fans, they chose to stick with us. When we have the support, it meant the world to the players. Dream Team ratings. West Ham Heart 6, Zabaleta 6, Reed 6, Ogbonna 6, Cresswell 6, Kouyaté 8, Obiang 6, Arnautovic 6, Ayew 6, Lanzini 7, Masuaku 7, Sacco 6, Carroll 6, subs not used. Adrian, Noble, Fernandez, Quina, Rice, Goal. Kouyaté 45 feet. Book, Ayew Leicester. Schmeichel 7, Simpson 6, Morgan 6, Maguire 6, Fuchs 7, Albrighton 7, Ndidi 7, Ibora 6, Gray 6, Slimani 5, Mahrez 6, Chilwell 6, Vardy 6, subs not used. Iheanacho, King, Harmer, Dragovic, Okazaki. Goal. Albrighton 8 feet. Booked. Gray, Starmanchek, Kouyaté. Full Saturday Premier League preview including Manchester United v Brighton and Liverpool v Chelsea.